For most of human history, power had a color: gold. Kings wore it, empires fought for it, civilizations collapsed chasing it. Gold didn't rust. Gold didn't disappear. Gold felt eternal. So we believed power lived inside metal. Then one day, gold was replaced by paper, printed promises, green ink, and we were told, this is money now, the US dollar. Not because it was beautiful, not because it was rare, but because we were asked to trust it.
Today, that paper controls your salary, your savings, your future, your fear. Yet, here's the uncomfortable part. The dollar isn't money in the way gold was, and gold isn't power anymore. So what changed? If gold is no longer king and paper is just ink, then what actually runs the world? Most people think power lives in things, in gold bars, in currency notes, in numbers on a screen. But real power has never lived there. It lives somewhere far less visible, in belief, in trust, in systems we stop questioning. Because the moment people stop believing, gold becomes metal, paper becomes paper, and empires begin to shake. In this video, we're not going to explain money the way textbooks do. We are going to ask a more dangerous question. If gold isn't power and the dollar isn't money, then what is? Before banks, before stock markets, before paper money, power had weight. You could hold it in your hands. Gold wasn't just valuable because it was shiny. It was valuable because it obeyed rules of nature, not rulers. You couldn't print it. You couldn't fake it easily. You couldn't create it with a signature. To get gold, you had to dig, trade, or conquer. That's why ancient civilizations trusted it. Egypt buried their kings in it. Rome paid its armies with it. Empires measured their strength by how much of it sat in their vaults. Gold became power because it was scarce, durable, and universally desired. And most importantly, it didn't need permission to be valuable. If you traveled across borders, changed languages, or crossed empires, gold still spoke the same language. But here's something people forget. Gold didn't create power. It revealed it. If a kingdom had gold, it meant people believed in that kingdom. Trade flowed through it. Armies protected it. Gold followed power. Power didn't follow gold.
Still, gold had one problem, a dangerous one. Gold was honest, but honesty is inconvenient. You can't grow an empire quickly when money is slow to find. You can't fight endless wars when gold is limited. And you definitely can't control millions of people when value sits outside your reach. So rulers began asking a new question. Not, how do we get more gold? But what if power didn't need gold at all? That question changed everything, because the moment power separated itself from gold, money stopped being a thing and became an idea. When paper money first appeared, it didn't try to replace gold. It stood behind it, a promise. One note meant, you can exchange this for gold. Paper wasn't power. Gold still was. Paper was just convenient. You didn't have to carry heavy metal. You didn't have to guard it. You trusted that someone else was holding it for you. And for a while, that promise was kept. But here's the quiet truth. The moment people stopped holding gold themselves, power quietly moved from the public to institutions, banks, governments, central authorities.
Because when you no longer hold the thing of value, you must trust the one who does. Then came wars, expensive wars, endless wars, wars that gold could not fund fast enough. So governments did something subtle. They printed more paper than the gold they actually had. At first, no one noticed. The paper still worked. People still believed, and belief is powerful. Over time, the promise weakened. Less gold behind each note, more paper in circulation, until one day the promise was removed entirely. In 1971, the US dollar officially separated from gold. No announcement to the public, no dramatic warning, just a quiet decision. From that moment on, the dollar was no longer backed by metal. It was backed by trust. Think about that. The most powerful currency on earth is not backed by gold, oil, or silver. It's backed by belief. Belief that others will accept it. Belief that governments will honor it. Belief that the system will continue.
And here's the uncomfortable part. Belief can be managed. Unlike gold, paper can be created at will. Numbers can be typed into existence. Supply can expand without permission. This gave governments something gold never could: flexibility, speed, control. Money became lighter, but power became heavier. The dollar didn't replace gold because it was stronger. It replaced gold because it was easier to control. And once the world accepted the dollar, trade followed it, debt followed it, global influence followed it. Not because the dollar was real, but because everyone agreed to treat it as if it were. So no, the dollar is not money in the old sense. It's a system built on trust, habit, and dependence. And systems don't need to be perfect. They just need to be believed long enough. Power doesn't live in objects. Objects can be stolen, destroyed, replaced. Power lives in structures, in the invisible rules that decide who gets paid, who goes into debt, who can wait, and who can't. Gold was once powerful because it limited rulers. The dollar became powerful because it removed limits. But neither is the source. They are tools. Real power lives in the ability to set the rules, to decide what counts as money, who creates it, who receives it first. Because money doesn't enter society equally. It enters somewhere first. Governments, banks, large institutions. By the time it reaches workers, prices have already adjusted. This is why wages lag, assets rise, debt grows, not by accident, by design. The real power is not printing money. It's deciding who must use it. The dollar dominates the world not because it's paper, but because global trade, debt, and survival are tied to it. Oil is priced in it. Loans are paid in it. Crises are solved with it. Opting out is not simple. For most countries and people, it's not an option at all. This is why gold still exists, but sits quietly. It doesn't control behavior. Systems do. If gold were power today, people wouldn't panic over interest rates. If paper were weak, entire economies wouldn't shake when it moves. Power today is the ability to shape belief, manage trust, and delay consequences. As long as people believe the system will hold tomorrow, it holds today. That belief keeps markets calm, keeps shelves full, keeps life moving, until it doesn't.
This is why the question was never gold or dollar. The real question is, who controls the system that decides what we trust?
So, what is power? It isn't gold sitting in a vault. It isn't paper in your wallet. It isn't even numbers on a screen. Power is the ability to decide what people believe has value.
Because when belief is controlled, behavior follows. People work longer, save differently, accept less, blame themselves, not because they're weak, but because the system feels natural. Invisible systems are the strongest ones. Gold once limited power because it answered to nature. Paper removed that limit because it answered to belief, and belief can be shaped. This doesn't mean the system is evil or that collapse is coming tomorrow. It means something quieter. Most of what shapes your financial life was never explained to you clearly. Not in school, not at work, not in the news. Because understanding systems changes how you see the world. And people who see clearly are harder to control. That's why this channel exists. Not to give you shortcuts, not to promise riches, not to sell fear, but to slow things down, to look at money, power, and systems the way documentaries used to. Calm, human, honest. On Money Odyssey, we talk about why prices rise even when demand falls, why salaries feel smaller every year, how money is created, not found, and how belief quietly shapes behavior, not to make you angry, but to make you aware, because awareness is the beginning of freedom. If this video made you pause, if it made you uncomfortable in a good way, if it made you question something you always accepted, then you're already the kind of person this channel is for. Subscribe to Money Odyssey, not because we have answers, but because we ask better questions.